Hey guys, just coming back from a tournament this weekend. I had a super fight, one of my students did, and just some takeaways. Just I'm going to be teaching in classes, I was thinking, especially watching the white belt division. Anytime you get swept or there's a reversal of position, I feel like I'm watching too many people just try to pull their guard instead of fighting on the way over, of not allowing the position to happen. So for example, I don't know, maybe Andrew's in my guard for some reason here, and I get maybe a sweep, a clean one, or sort of a sloppy one. Let's say it's just like a scissor. So I pull and I sweep. Now, instead of me coming up, if he stays down, his intention of trying to get his guard is not wrong. It's good to get your guard back. But instead of me coming up and him immediately hugging me and trying to maybe get a half guard or something like that, instead of him staying balled up on the way over, what I think a lot of white belts, blue belts, and up to could work on is instead, if you're on bottom, Andrew, please. Let's say Andrew does the same scissor sweep to me, so he's gonna sweep me this way. So I know I'm going, right? Like, you know you've lost the sweep. You go, now instead of immediately start coming up, Andrew, instead of trying to grab and pull and get in and pull him on top of you, you're receiving your opponent. Instead of that, try to start exploring so he gets you over. You're over, right? You're on your side. See if you can start diving your entire body back in. My arm that he's holding, I'm gonna try to get up on that elbow. That's my goal. Then I can get up on my knee. So I start turning and getting this elbow under me as hard as I can. Now, if I can achieve this, I'm not up, but if he comes up into me, look at this. It allows me to put something between us so I can then start coming back up. Now, he hasn't swept me. In fact, I might be able to come up and pass him. Or maybe worst case scenario, I don't get swept, but I come up and I go to a half guard or guard. Worst case, right? I suppose worst case would be submission, but... So again, he has control of this arm. He goes to sweep me. Look, I'm all the way on my side. In fact, I hit my back. My first goal is I'm going to try to turn in. So I turn my toes, knees, hips, opposite arm. This arm's pulling under. So I'm pushing my entire body this way. This right hand, I'm pulling to my elbow. Once I get to my elbow, then I can get to my knee. Now, if he comes up and I back up and he gets to his knees, again, maybe it's just neutral, but I didn't get swept and I didn't get held down. So just the motion of, without a partner, just practicing this motion, being all the way flat on your back, shifting your toes, knees, hips, and getting up on your elbow, which allows you to get on your knee. Once you're on your knee, you're in a way better position that you can get away from your partner, come into them using your head like wrestling, whatever it is. So think about that the next time you're reversed. Another position if I'm mounted on Andrew. I saw this happen a lot with the white belts. Let's turn this way just a little bit, please. Where I get the mount, and maybe I'm not really good at keeping mount, he traps my arm, and he starts to roll me over. Now, of course, I want to get him in guard, right? This is a no-brainer, but let's go back a second. Let's think about if I'm trapped and he starts to roll me, when on my way over, can I start pulling this elbow out? Now, come up on top of me. It's harder for him to come up on top. I have this elbow down, right? Now I can maybe get a hook in. Maybe I can back away. I know he's laying on my leg, but to get on top of me, he has to get off my leg. Go ahead. Now I can pull it out. Maybe I get back on top and I keep my bottom position. Excuse me, top position. But again, it's all predicated on the movement of me being here to here. If I can do that, I can really ward off a lot of bad positions in the future. So every time you train, you should train with purpose. Make that maybe your next time you're training with somebody just rolling. See how well you can get from that top position when you're reversed. Get back on your elbow. Keep moving forward.